We all tell stories about ourselves. Not big dramatic ones, just small daily ones. Quiet thoughts that run in the background while you go about your life. Things like, I've had it harder than most. I'm the kind of person who has to struggle for everything. I've never been one of the lucky ones. At first, it sounds like you're just being honest. But say those things enough times, and they start becoming more than just thoughts. They become your default explanation for everything. And soon, they start shaping the way you show up, what you believe is possible, and how other people see you too. Let me give you an example. There's a guy named Alex. He's in his late 20s. If you ask him about his life, here's what he'll say. He didn't do well in school. His parents didn't understand him. Every choice he made, from his career to the way he dresses to where he lives, has been an uphill battle. He's still driving the same car he bought 5 years ago, and while his friends have all moved to bigger cities or different countries, he's still stuck here. He sees himself as someone who's always had to fight just to stay afloat, and he'll tell you that openly. Not in a dramatic way, just matter of fact. That's his story. But none of what he said is untrue. It's just one version of the truth. Here's another possible version of this story. Let's say Alex finished his education, even when things at home were hard. He earned his degree without anyone handing him shortcuts. That car he drives? He saved up for it himself. His family didn't always get him, but he stood his ground and slowly helped them understand where he was coming from. He's had ups and downs with friends, sure, but the ones who matter always stand next to him. And in his own way, he's built an incredible life with his efforts, a life that works for him. Same person, same facts, two entirely different stories. The first one makes him sound like a victim of his life. The second one makes him sound like someone who showed up, did the hard work, and made it through. And that difference between those two versions, that's everything. Because whichever one Alex repeats more often, that's the one that's going to grow. Psychologically, this is something researchers have studied for years. The brain isn't just a machine that stores facts. It's constantly looking for patterns. It wants things to make sense. So it pulls together all your memories, emotions, and experiences and weaves them into a story about who you are. And once that story is in place, your brain starts defending it, even if it's not helping you. There's something called confirmation bias. Basically, once you believe something about yourself, you start filtering the world to match it. You pay attention to the stuff that supports your belief and ignore the stuff that doesn't. So, if you keep saying, I always struggle, you'll keep noticing the moments where you are struggling. And the moments where you actually succeed, you'll brush them off. You won't even register them as proof that things might be changing. In fact, other people will start reacting to the story you tell too. Let's say you meet someone new. You introduce yourself in this quiet, self-deprecating way. You make a few jokes about being unlucky. That person now sees you through that lens. They take fewer chances with you. They probably don't think of you as someone with authority or momentum. Meanwhile, someone else shows up, same background, same challenges, but they tell their story with ownership. That person immediately feels more grounded, more capable, not just to others, but to themselves. This is why the story matters, not because it's fake, but because you get to choose which part of the truth you build on. Also, if you're still watching, thank you. We're a small channel, and your subscribe helps us more than you know. Just hit the button and the bell. It means a lot. Coming back to Alex, his switch came down to one line. From I'm unlucky to I turn setbacks into stepping stones. He didn't fake sunshine, he just framed the same facts as progress in motion. Success gave proof, proof fed belief, and the loop began spinning forward instead of down. That brings us to you. Pause the video, mentally, even literally, and finish this sentence. In my life story, I am. Whatever filled that blank is part of your story. If it shrinks you, it's time to rewrite it. And here's how. First, start noticing the lines you repeat about yourself, especially the ones that feel final. I always mess things up. I don't have big money. I am unlucky. I'll end up alone in life. Catch those. And then, don't sugarcoat, don't fake, just reframe. I always mess things up becomes, I'm learning how to handle life better. I don't have big money becomes, I'm growing despite struggles. I am unlucky becomes, I'm a self-made person. Now back that line with one small action today, because once you act on it, the new line starts to feel real. And once it feels real, you start noticing more moments that support it, and that loop begins to reinforce a story that actually moves you forward. So ask yourself, quietly, right now, what story have I been telling about myself? Does it match the life I want next? If the answer's no, pick one line, flip it toward the future, back it with one action, and let reality start catching up. Your past stays the same, but the plot from this page forward is yours to draft. That's it from the Soul State Studio. If your brain's still chewing on this, like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. You'll be helping a small channel grow.